By the end of this newscast, 2 more people in Texas will die from cancer.
And tonight, we're taking an in-depth look at what Texans are doing to battle the state's #1 killer. KXAN political reporter Josh Hinkle examines a state-funded program meant to draw the best cancer research and prevention the world has to offer.
It all goes back to 2007 when Texas voters overwhelmingly approved a constitutional amendment to establish the Cancer Prevention and Research Institute. It authorized the state to issue $3 billion in bonds to fund groundbreaking programs for 10 years starting in 2010. Now we're finally starting to see results. So far in its first year, the institute has doled out $216 million, but it had to be very picky. There were more than 1,100 proposals for funding from private companies and researchers, and in the end, only 155 grants went out. The Institute says while it wishes it could fund every project, the ones that made the cut are our best chance of fighting the #1 killer in Texas. Here's just a taste of what this program can do.
This is actually pig tissue from our local butcher.
With the $5 million the Cancer Prevention and Research Institute awarded Austin-based Apollo Endosurgery, Dennis McWilliams and his team say they've developed a breakthrough in battling colon cancer, the second deadliest cancer worldwide.
Basically tunnel under a suspected lesion.
Doctors have used a colonoscope camera to see polyps on the walls of your colon for years. Now McWilliams researchers have outfitted that camera with several tiny but potentially life-saving instruments.
You're going to see almost this hot dog shape come out.
A little balloon separates that tissue. Then a tiny catheter slices out the suspected cancer.
Now the suspected cancerous tissue has been completely removed from the GI tract.
The procedure prevents an invasive surgery down the road because while investigating the problem, you also remove it.
You could actually be told that you've had a curative procedure as opposed to being told that you have suspected cancer and then now have to go see the colorectal surgeon and effectively have a foot of your bowel removed.
Texas has 100,000 new cancer cases each year. 38,000 of those patients don't make it through that year. It's why the state created the Institute, a $3 billion effort to stop Texans from dying.
We're going to reduce cancer cases, and we're going to bring return on the investment back into the economy.
Officials from the Institute say in its 10-year lifespan, the funding program should more than pay for itself.
I'd like to see us go from $22 billion to $4 billion at the end of the 10 years as a reduction on the cost of cancer.
And McWilliams says the program's incentives should help draw other companies and researchers to Texas.
We can have some of the top new technologies not only be used on patients in Texas, but actually those companies reside here and grow here to build a much stronger infrastructure.
Although the state has said it wants to fund the project for $3 billion for 10 years, the Institute must still request funding with each legislative session. That might be tough considering the state's $18 billion budget shortfall, but officials say they're confident in lawmakers' decisions since they had such success in the previous session. In the studio, Josh Hinkle, KXAN, Austin News.
Thank you, Josh. Well, tomorrow night, dozens of celebrities will join together on most major television networks to stand up to cancer. It's a massive effort to raise money for cancer research. You can watch the 1-hour commercial-free special right here on KXAN beginning at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Celebrity cancer survivors like Lance Armstrong, Christina Applegate, Michael C. Hall, and Sharon Osbourne will host that special.